Hi, I'm Brandon Daniels. Welcome to our sugar house. This is Daniels Maple Syrup. We're just a small family-owned business here in Dawson, West Virginia. Today is Monday, the 26th of February. Our season is winding down now. We're probably in about our last week. The sap's still coming in pretty good, but the trees are slowing down. The holes are sealing themselves up, and temperatures are getting warm, so which is going to reduce the sap flow also. We are hauled in about 4,000 gallons of sap today. We just started boiling. We'll be boiling for probably about 3 hours today. So far this year we have processed, this will put us a little bit over 60,000 gallons of sap. We started, I think the first day we processed sap was the 22nd of January. The sugar content this year is extremely low. We're averaging just under 1% sugar, so it's taking about 90 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. It's the lowest sugar I've ever seen. But we're about close to 20% more sap than I've ever gotten, so that's kind of the trade-off. It all works out, just more work and more processing. So I'm also an equipment and sales representative in Equipment Supply, distributor for CDL. They're the largest maple equipment manufacturer in the U.S. and Canada. So as you can see, this is a CDL oil filter evaporator we're running. Behind you I have a CDL reverse osmosis. But I handle West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, and North Carolina for them. So we do training, help people get equipment, supplies, teach them how to use it and everything like that. I've been doing that. This is my 10th year of handling that also. We use all their equipment. We have reverse osmosis, vacuum pumps, evaporators, finishers, filter presses, and everything. We have it all on site here. We use it. And we have tons. We have probably 10 of their stainless tanks. So I started making maple syrup about 1988 or 1989 when I was around 12 or 13 years old. We don't remember for sure. I started driving a tractor around here when I was 10 years old, but my mom wouldn't let me haul the sap in the back of the car in 5-gallon buckets, and it was only a quarter mile to the house, so I was pretty young. So I think about 36 years ago, but I started out with 10 taps in the backyard and just a little 2x3 stainless pan. I really didn't know any better. I dug a hole in the ground, I put the fire in the hole, and I set the pan on top of the hole. It wasn't the best way, it was kind of crude, but it made maple syrup, and so gradually over the years we've evolved into what we do now. This current setup, this evaporator and everything, this is the 9th year we've been using it. We had a little smaller evaporator before that. So we're using reverse osmosis and everything now, so we can process with the evaporator and reverse osmosis somewhere around 1,000, 1,200 gallons of sap an hour. But just over the years we gradually expanded into what it is now. We ship syrup all over the U.S. and we mostly supply stores and restaurants with our product. And, it's just a small family business, mostly just me. My wife and my kids do help some from time to time. But it is very labor intensive, as I said earlier. Normally it's about 75 to 80 gallons of sap to make a gallon of syrup, and this year we're running about 90. So it's been really wet this year. I'm not sure why the sugar is so low, but it's the lowest I've ever seen. It's extremely low. So we are tapping about 2,500 taps this year. We have about 25 miles of the small tubing and the large tubing in the woods, and on 9 different properties. About 444 of the taps come into the tank just outside. They come into this building, and the other, a little bit over 2,050, we haul those in from 4 different locations. So that's how our taps are laid out. All the locations are within about a half to 3/4 of a mile. So all the taps are around here local, but we have a 1,400-gallon trailer that we pull behind the tractor, and we pump the sap into that and then bring it back here and filter it. And that's how we haul all the sap in and how we get our sap. We don't have any buckets or anything, everything's on tubing.